Hey guys, welcome to another Swift deep dive. In this lesson, we're going to cover Swift dictionaries. Just like the array collection type, dictionaries are another collection data type in Swift. So how do they work? Well, just as how if you look inside a dictionary, you'll find words, and each word has an accompanying explanation or meaning. Well, in programming, we have a similar concept. So you could express this dictionary entry in code like this. So you could create a dictionary variable and set it to equal a collection. So all collections in Swift start and end with the square brackets. And as opposed to an array where we just have a whole bunch of items separated by commas, in a dictionary we have what's called a key value pair, where the key is simply the item that we could look up, say the word in a dictionary, and the value is the accompanying piece. So in this case, it's the definition of this word. Now, you're not limited to just a single entry per dictionary. You can have as many as you want. So for example, we could have a dictionary where we have a brewery and the definition of a brewery, and then we could have a bakery and the definition of a bakery. So we have multiple key value pairs which are separated by the comma. Now in this case, in my dictionary, my key and my value have the same data type. They're both strings, the pieces of text. But you can mix it up. You could have a dictionary where you have a string as the key and an integer as the value. For example, you could create a phone book dictionary where you had each of your friends' names and their phone numbers stored in separate key value pairs. And notice how in this case, I'm actually specifying an explicit data type instead of using type inference. So when I create my dictionary, I specify a data type using the colon, and then I say that this is going to be a collection type, so square brackets, and the key, so the first item, is going to be of string data type, and then the second item, the value, is going to be of integer data type. So now I can stuff as many of these key value pairs into my dictionary as I want, as long as I stick to those data types. So keys being strings and values being integers. If we think about arrays and we think about the way that we create an array, we simply stuffed a whole bunch of values separated by commas into a collection, right? Into a set of square brackets. And then when we had to retrieve an item from the array, we used the name of the array, and then we added a set of square brackets at the end, and we put in an index value, so a number that pointed to the item that we wanted from the array. So in this case, this particular line of code would actually retrieve the word brewery. Now, how does it work for dictionaries? Well, in this case, our dictionary would be defined like so. So it's a string int dictionary. And when we want to retrieve a item out of our dictionary, we, instead of adding a number, we use the key. So we would use the name of the dictionary, which is called dict, and then we add a set of square brackets just as we did for arrays. But now we provide the key that we want in order to retrieve the value, which in this case, this line of code would be equal to 07712345678. So now that you've learned about dictionaries, complete the dictionary assignment.